California's Gold is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association.
This program about the value of one phase of agricultural production in Southern California was made possible by McGuire Environmental Consultants, helping communities like yours deliver safe drinking water since 1992.
Hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and right now we've pulled off to the side of Highway 76 here in North San Diego County, and we're at the Palo Rey produce stand, and a nice little produce stand it is. We have come here in search of something, and here they are, the good old California avocado. Now, as far as Californians are concerned, the avocado is pretty much a part of our life. It's part of our diet. It's always been around. Question is, what's the real story on these little green fruits? How long have they been here? When did they get here? How are they grown? How are they harvested? Well, to answer these burning questions, we're getting ready to go on an honest-to-goodness, all-day avocado adventure. And I think by the end of this day, we're all going to discover that even though these little fruits are green, they are still very much a part of California's gold. Okay, our avocado adventure begins. We have arrived here in the little community of Valley Center in the northern part of San Diego County. And fellas, just getting here gives me the idea that we are definitely in avocado country. Is that correct?
You sure are. Yeah. You're in the middle of it here in Valley Center, in what they call the avocado country here.
Avocado country, and I'm standing with three the kings of avocado here. These are the Staley brothers. Your family owns a lot of this land and grows a lot of these avocados. Now, I know absolutely nothing about avocados except what most of us know, and that is that we enjoy eating them. But I have no idea how they're grown and what that's all about. Start us off by telling us what we're looking at right here, because first off, there's a lot of avocado growing going on out here.
Yeah, you're looking at a couple hundred acres of avocados, and we plant them on the hillsides because of the drainage and the warmer temperatures in the areas. And years ago, we started planting here, and we came in about '64, but we started planting heavily into avocados in the late '70s. My dad and my brothers and I, we all worked together and planted these hills together.
Now, when you talk about planting hills, you're talking about planting hills that look like they couldn't grow anything on the side of them, because that's what you're starting with over there, that big old brown hill with nothing on it, right?
That's right. And in fact, you have to put a road every 4 rows of trees so we can get to the fruit. And then the other amazing thing is that we have to pump the water up here on the top of the hill, and then there's a sprinkler under every single one of those trees.
Wow.
And so there's about 100 trees per acre, and you're looking at a couple hundred trees, so you're looking at all these little micro spinners under each individual tree, so it's all piped.
How do you decide where you can grow avocados?
It's the climate. You got to have warm temperatures, and you have to have good drainage and good soils. And in different parts of the state, as you move up, they come on at different times. You harvest them at different times because of maturity. So like this ranch, we've harvested this one as early as November, and then the guys up north are finishing in November, December. So you got year-round avocados by using the state and the different temperatures.
This is amazing when you first see it. At first glance, this looks like, if you didn't know you were looking at avocado trees, you would think this was a forest out here.
Yeah, think about all the oxygen that's being created by these, besides just all the avocados.
I can tell we're in for some hardcore avocado promotion here today. But I guess it does get in your system, doesn't it?
Oh, well, if you're born into it, it grows on you. And then those that come in here and learn this business come in as outside owners, you know, and they've come from another industry. all of a sudden they're quitting their jobs and coming down to work with us and work down here. And
So you get
they love
hooked
it too.
on avocados.
Yeah, you know, we have over 6,500 growers of avocados, and not there's some are absentees because we're in the business where we take care of them for absentee owners. But more and more, we're seeing these people go, you know, I just want to come grow avocados. I don't want to go my other job.
But 6,500 growers in California.
In California.
And you know what's interesting about this? We are not that far from the 15 freeway. Hundreds of thousands of people go whizzing by every day, and yet this is really basically unknown to most of us, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is, and that's why we got that section of 15 renamed the Avocado Highway. If you drive down it, you'll see the sign. It says Avocado Highway.
And do you think people know what that means?
I don't know, because they see these trees on the side of the hills. They don't always realize that they're avocados on the sides of the hills. Some people think they're a bush. Some people think they're, you know, they grow flat. They don't realize that they're these trees.
See, I don't think most people know where avocados come from.
Yeah, but you know what? They're learning more and more because as more and more people eat them, they're figuring it out.
Well, I got to tell you, this is about as beautiful as it gets right here on this California morning, looking out here across this vast forest of avocados. It's a beautiful sight, and yet our adventure has just begun. There's a lot more ahead of us. Well, we have arrived at the avocado forest. We are being led down into the forest by the avocado dog, and we are heading down in here because we understand there's some actual picking going on down here, and we're going to see for ourselves just what all of this is about. Now, this is amazing watching him, what do you call this, cut these avocados?
Picking avocados. This is how we do it, one piece at a time.
And it's not, you're right, it's one piece at a time. There's only one picker here.
Yeah.
And what does he do, just attack it tree by tree?
Tree by tree, and we'll start off early in the year picking the biggest fruit, and then we'll come back through about 6 weeks later and pick the big stuff again as it grows up and leave the smaller stuff to keep growing.
Now, how many avocados on a good tree? What's considered a healthy tree?
Well, we'd like to see them average somewhere around 100 pounds per tree, which is about 200 avocados on average. So
there are avocados dropping over here. Yeah. This could be, where are they back in here? They don't let them just stay down there, do they?
No. So, you know, when they're up there, they'll drop, but they try to get them all picked up when they're going through it. This the leaf is the bed of leaves here is real thick, and it acts like a cushion.
I got you. Now, are these professional avocado pickers? I mean, is this a skill that workers acquire?
Oh, definitely. The guys that do it good, such as Mario here, they're really good at it, and they do it right.
You're basically just sticking a ladder up in the tree.
But there is a technique to it. You watch him work with his hand. He reaches out, holds on with one hand, and reaches out with the other, and clips and puts it in the bag.
Now, would this be considered a heavy tree? I mean, it's drooping with avocados.
This is a great example. I mean, this is what we strive to have in every tree. And we've already been through here to pick twice.
So this tree's already been picked twice this year.
Yeah, we've already taken all the big stuff off twice, and we're ready to come through again.
So these are ready to be picked right now.
This tree would be stripped if we came through again right now.
Now, what do you do with these trees? Just plant them and water them?
Plant them, water them, pray over them, and water them some more, and pick.
Now, let's look at these things. Can we take a look?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at this. We got a whole bag of them here. This is great. Now, these are very hard.
Yes, those are fresh fruit, nice and hard, ready to go off to market. Got plenty of time to pack them in boxes and take them to the store shelves.
Wow. And they go from here up
to a bin, up to the big plastic.
Up this hill.
The 800-pound bin there.
Can we walk up there? Let's walk up here and see where they go. This is like a bed of leaves here, a cushion of leaves here.
Yeah, this really helps out with any of that fruit that does fall.
Watch your step here. This is a little bit slippery, a little bit wet. Oh, wow, look at this. All right, let's dump them in. Now, do you have to be, are they very fragile? How do you?
They're pretty hard, and they can take quite a beating right now. We don't like to beat them up. We don't like to let them drop. The leaves do help pat them when they drop, but dumping them in here, he's fine to just open up his bag and let them flow.
All right, let's dump them in.
Sale.
That's also why the Hass has become the most popular, is because it doesn't bruise like other varieties.
Mm-hmm. All right, there they go. Wow. Now, is that considered a full bin there?
That's a full bin. That's a full bin. Now,
so how's this going to get somewhere?
I'll go get the Jeep and we'll pull it out of here.
So it's that hands-on.
I mean,
it's as simple as he goes up, picks them, puts them in the bin, you get the truck.
And we pull them out of here, and then what we call a boom truck. A truck will come in with a boom on it and lift them onto the flatbed and take them to the packing company.
You know, this isn't very high-tech, is it?
It's not high-tech.
I mean, it's pretty basic stuff.
Well, yeah, and guys have tried to figure out high-tech ways to picking, and we've all come back to the same thing. I mean, they used mules and llamas, and then they had mechanism systems going up and down the road to bring the fruit down to the bends and chutes, all kinds of ideas, and we've all come back to this.
The only real way to harvest avocados is to put a ladder up in a tree, send one guy up, have him pick a bag of them, and that's it.
That's it. And it's all hands-on. And, you know, in this grove right now, there's a crew of about 10 guys working. And in a day, these guys will pick about 1,800 pounds each. So we're looking at, we'll move out about 18,000 pounds out of here today.
In one day?
In one day. In this grove. But, you know, this is happening all over the state. So, like, today going in, that'll be picked today, is probably close to 2 million pounds that'll be picked today in the state.
Your dog is eating an avocado.
Yeah, that dog eats avocados. All our dogs eat avocados. If you're an avocado farmer, your dog likes them too.
I've never seen a dog eat avocados before.
How clean that shell is. That shell's, you don't get much cleaner than that. You don't get that clean in your kitchen.
Look at this. That dog ate every speck of that avocado.
That one's gone.
Now, do you have a healthy dog?
I got a very healthy dog.
You want to see how to make a dog happy? Now that's an avocado-eating dog. She's going to eat the whole thing.
They'll leave nothing there but a pit.
Now we've moved over in front of a grove of little trees that are being planted here. And Al, this is interesting right off the bat because this terrain we're looking at right here, this brown kind of barren terrain, is what these hillsides look like before you plant the avocado trees.
Exactly. We kind of clear it off and scratch some pipes into the ground and dig a tree in and put a little straw around it for mulch and hope they grow.
Now, this just isn't any avocado tree, is it? This is a very special avocado tree as far as California is concerned.
This is the Hass variety, which is what most people grow.
The Hass variety. Now,
Yes.
Looking out over here, over your place here, are all of these Hasses?
Most all of them are. There's some in there that are not, just for fun. We have some other ones, but 99% of them are Hass.
So when you talk about avocados in California, you're talking about Hass avocados.
You're talking about Hass.
And here to kind of fill us in on the history of avocados in California, your name, sir?
Jack Shepard.
And you are known far and wide as the official historian for avocados in California.
Self-named.
Well, tell us a little bit about how avocados, when were the first avocados in California?
The first known planting of an avocado was in 1857 in Los Angeles County.
Before that, there were no avocado trees here.
That's correct.
Here is a Hass avocado,
Yes.
like the kind introduced in California in the mid-1920s.
That's correct.
Now, what was it that people didn't at first like about this?
Well, for one thing, it turned black, and the most popular fruit at that time was a fuerte. And there were other competitive fruits, but the preferred color was green.
was a bright green, so
Right.
people thought there might be something. This was a discoloration when they first saw it.
That's correct. And, you know, it's not entirely black, but it has that reputation since when it ripens off of the tree, all avocados ripen off the tree. When it ripens off the tree, it turns black.
Now, what else didn't they like about it?
It has a rough skin. It's not smooth.
So, yeah, people wanted green and smooth, and this was black and rough.
Yes, and it's also smaller than ideal at that time.
But now this is what everybody has now in California.
Oh, yes. Well, it was principally adopted in California because it bore well.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I meant it bore heavy crops, many tons per acre.
We're standing here next to this group of rather unattractive pipes here, but Al, if it weren't for those unattractive pumps, these beautiful big green avocado groves wouldn't be here, would they?
No, they would. They sure wouldn't. We have to water these things every week. Without water, they'd wilt and die.
All right, how much water are we talking about?
We're talking about over 1 million gallons per acre per year, and an acre is about 120 trees.
That is a lot of water.
It is.
And it makes everything green.
It does.
And to point that up, you showed me this amazing picture.
That picture is from when we just had planted this place back in about 1978.
There was nothing here.
Nothing here but some sticks.
So what did you do? You just cleared it out.
We cleared this hill and terraced it with some roads, put irrigation pipes, the pump here sitting behind you, although it was a different pump back then, and started pumping water at the top of the hill and irrigating trees.
Now see, you got to be a dreamer to tackle something like that.
Either that or crazy.
Well, that's it. Our morning here at the Staley Groves in Valley Center in northern San Diego County. We've had a wonderful morning, gentlemen. We've watched you plant the avocados, grow the avocados, pick the avocados, harvest the avocados. It's been a great day. Our avocado adventure, actually, we also saw a dog eat an avocado today, which is, I don't guess, is that unique to avocado dogs?
No, most of them eat them.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's our morning at the farm, but our adventure continues as we follow the avocados. We are following the avocados, and now we have come about 15 miles from the groves. We are now in Fallbrook, and we are standing with, your name is?
Bob Lucy Delray Avocado.
Delray Packing.
Delray Packing, that's right.
That's what happens right here.
We pack them here, about 1 million boxes a year.
All right, now here they are. This is the way we saw them after they were picked and loaded into this out in the grove. This is one of those bins that's been delivered to your packing house. What happens next?
Generally, the fruit comes in the evening. We pre-cool it, knock a little of the field heat out of it, and then the bins come out here the next day, this bin right here, and then we dump it. It's then headed up to the gals here where they will separate the number 1s and number 2s at this particular point.
Now, are they cleaning it up there? What happens up here?
Up there, there's brushes that just brush the fruit. There's no water, no wax applied at all the fruit, just brush, just to knock off surface, dirt, and dust. And then the girls are just separating 1s and 2s.
So it's perfectly natural. There's nothing added to shine them up or clean them up. There's just kind of the way they were on the tree.
That's exactly right. Yeah, nothing essential.
You were talking about 1s and 2s, and that's kind of the way you separate them out. What's happening over here?
Well, there's 2 different bins right here. This is a particular size that's going to Costco, who is a great customer of our industry. This bin over here are number 2s, which go to the food service sector of our industry. So these are number 2. Nothing wrong with the inside of the fruit. Perfect. Very good for eating, but great for food service, okay?
All right, now what do you mean for food service? These are...
Well, you don't see a piece of fruit like this at your local supermarket at retail because it's blemished. You as a consumer don't want to buy this, okay? But for somebody making guacamole or in a commissary in a restaurant, this is fine. The meat inside is perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Over here, we have a number 1 piece of fruit that's going to be put in a bag for Costco, and will go across the United States, either California or all the way back to the East Coast.
So wait a minute, how come Costco gets number 1? Are these the big ones? Look at these over here.
Well, Costco particularly likes a 40 size avocado, which is a large avocado. All retailers buy number 1. So Costco is a retailer, Vons, Albertsons, they all buy number 1s. Food service will buy 1s and 2s.
All right, so we got either number 1,
right,
or number 2.
Right, and there's a difference what we pay the growers. So 1s are at one price, number 2s are at another price
what
to the grower.
What about a little bitty avocado?
We do. We have a few of those over here. Well,
are these number 3s?
Well, these are called peewees or 96s.
Peewees?
Peewees.
So what happens to the peewees?
We bulk those up in 40-pounders, and there's a few guys in L.A. that handle those. There's a market for everything.
Now this is exciting. We're on the side of the line where they are sorting and packing the avocados that go to the grocery stores. These are the avocados we see and buy in the store.
That is correct. The women here are packing these 25-pound lugs by size, and they will go to various supermarkets. Some supermarkets will buy bigger fruit, some buy smaller. It's just their preference.
Now I know that this looks simple. I know it's more complicated than it looks, but I have a feeling this is basically the way it's been done for years and years and years. There's nothing high-tech about this.
No, this cup sizer has been around for 25, 30 years, and it's been this way since I've been in the industry. In the old days, they had rope sizers and stuff like that, but no, this is the way it's been for years and years.
And it's interesting, too, because these are, I'm going to reach in here and grab one of these. You know, you don't have to worry about dropping them and bruising them. They're pretty hardy fruit,
yeah,
aren't they?
they're very hardy fruit. Yeah, they really are. They're 30 pounds pressure. They're really hard to puncture, so it's hard fruit.
So it's pretty easy to deal with these things.
Yes, it is.
Now, when we talk about volume, what are we talking about here?
Well, the industry, California avocado industry, will pack about 350 million pounds a year. Here at Del Rey, we pack about 1 million boxes, 26 million pounds a year here at Del Rey.
And where do these avocados go? Am I going to see this in my grocery store in LA?
Yes, you will. California buys 40% of all the avocados that Californians pack and grow. Okay?
And where do the rest of them go?
20% go to Texas, and the rest are dispersed throughout the United States.
So we're growing and packing avocados for the entire United States.
That is correct, yes. I mean, we do a great deal of business as a company in Boston, a lot in Baltimore, a lot in New York City. Chicago is a great market for the industry. It takes about 8 to 10% of all the avocados in Chicago alone.
So when you get right down to it, avocados from California are shipped all over the United States. I mean, this is going to be in guacamole in some Mexican restaurant in Boston or Chicago or New York in a couple of days.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they're going across the United States in trucks or by train containers, and yeah, they'll show up in Boston or New York in guacamole a week from now.
Do you think most Californians, do you think we realize just how big an industry this is and just what goes on in a place like this? It's been here for so many years.
No, we're really concerned about it too, because we have some threats out there, and we have 60,000 acres of trees in California, 6,000 growers, and we're concerned about our livelihood. And it's a big industry. Supports a lot of people, good fire breaks, good wildlife support, and avocado growing is very important in Southern California.
We're ending up here with our avocado. Well, you're here because you want to talk about how healthy it is.
They are so good for you. They're good for you inside and out.
Now, what do you mean inside and out?
I'll tell you about that. They are so full of vitamin E. Most importantly, the good fat, the monounsaturated fat, which is so heart healthy for you. Full of lutein, magnesium, phytonutrients that are found in all the fruits and vegetables. So they're just delicious, and they're also so tasty and versatile to use.
Now, did we always know this about avocados, or are we just now beginning to truly discover how, you know, that it looks good, it tastes good, but it is good for you as well?
Yes, it is good for you. Over the last just few years now, we've just been doing a lot of research and finding out every year one more new thing great about avocados.
Is there a minimum daily allowance for avocados? How many of these things?
Absolutely not. You can eat as many as you want.
But if you eat an avocado every day, you're going to get certain ingredients.
Certain nutrients, yes, of course. You're going to get B vitamins. You're going to get, like I said, magnesium, lutein, the good fat. That's the heart healthy fat. So many wonderful things for you.
Is it good for your hair, for the sheen of your hair?
Absolutely, and that's what I mean by and out, inside and out, because we actually promote them as a facial. You can use a ripe avocado as a facial with a little lemon juice. And
what do you mean? You mean you just get the avocado and rub it on your face?
Of course, a nice ripe one, and you just mash it up, and it makes your skin so smooth, and it's so good for you. It's good for your skin. Yes.
And you know, the reason I mentioned that, at the Grove we were just visiting, their dogs 8
them.
avocados, and they are have the shiniest, healthiest looking coats.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So there's no downside
Absolutely
to avocados.
not. Absolutely not.
So there you have it, our day-long adventure in search of the California avocado. These wonderful green little fruits that have become so much a part of not only our diet here in California, but our economy as well. Since they first came here from Mexico in the 1850s, they are definitely part of the California lifestyle. And today, 95% of all the avocados produced in the entire United States are produced right here in California, which certainly qualifies these little green fruits as fine examples of California's gold. Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and I sure hope you enjoyed our California avocado adventure. If you'd like to see it again or share it with your family and friends, it's available on video cassette and on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.
This program about the value of one phase of agricultural production in Southern California was made possible by McGuire Environmental Consultants, helping communities like yours deliver safe drinking water since 1992.